but this one is like, gotta take the cake for me. It's literally everything under the sun that I could possibly want.
And you know why we called you?
What?
Because of the shoes.
Oh, yes.
We knew those shoes would match your outfit.
Yes,
yeah.
They saw the shoes and they thought of me. Well, there you go. That's good branding for you, Al. And so everything here is significantly discounted, and drag is really expensive. So it's always important for me to be looking for the best deals and what I can find. And Direct Liquidation has been a great place for me to find accessories and all kinds of different clothing items and one-off things. And now I'm getting a whole slew of things. I can't wait to show you guys some of the stuff that I'm going to take with me today. And so, like, what are the best things that you typically look for when you're buying from a set or a storage locker or anything like that?
Well, you know what's interesting enough, the show that we first met you on was that show out of New York. What was that one called?
That is the show out in,
Anyway, whatever the show's name was, that show was a lot of vintage clothing that came out of drag community filming in the early 1980s and 1990s. So what's significant about that show is the character pieces. So you walk up, and sometimes you'll see, you walk up, you can see, well, you probably can't see this, but right there, usually they'll have the name of the character.
Right.
So in that particular show, although those shoes are great, but if that's a significant character to that piece, it's worth tons. For example, we did a show, Motherland, we did a show, and we extracted a lot of the uniforms, but we have had guys that come in, they actually look for the main character, and that just one piece, because it's significant to that guy, is worth not just for you to wear, it's worth tenfold to the person who actually looks for it. So the better the quality of the show, you always want to look for hero. Hero is a really main thing. Hero, like you're a hero, but a real hero is the hero pieces. And each show, like this they've got 1.3 million followers in their community. And so the people who want a piece of that character, it's not just buying a pair of shoes for 20 bucks or 50 bucks, it's a ladder effect. And every show that we do, this one's really very colorful. There was a lot of kids that were involved. I never saw it. It was kind of a monster Dracula kind of show. So their outfits were big. And the next show you could do is completely something different. Like we did The Good Doctor. Now, of course, The Good Doctor, Sean Murphy, main character, he was about probably 150 pounds, wear a size medium. But that character of his sort of plaid type outfit, shorts, are significant to that show.
Absolutely. And we don't actually always get to know what production you've got, the inventory of, right? So it's important to come down consistently, especially for me, to look around at what's here, and especially if you are looking for specific characters for different shows, come and look and see what the names are, and you can kind of play a little guessing game to figure out what production it actually is. Before you came here today and let me know your hint, then I was kind of speculating already based on what some of the names are that I was seeing.
Yep.
And that's great because, the people that are real diehard fans of these shows, your prices are marked generally based on what the item of clothing is, right? And so you're not gouging based on what character wore it. It's a general liquidation sale. And so if people are here to find those amazing pieces that they can use as memorabilia for years to come, and even resell them.
That's huge, because we did the Man from High Castle and we had thousands. I mean, this is those very small ones, but we could do a set where we'll have 50 to 100,000 garments. There are guys that flew from Chicago, flew from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and when I'm telling you, they buy this stuff, they look for it, they'll spend hours, and they turn around and they make money on it. And that's sort of a kind of a key to some of these sales. And we've got a well-established network with a number of networks that they call us first, because we got to take everything. So sometimes we don't want some of this stuff, like you'll see over there, but we get it and then we give it back to the market and to the community. And the big thing is, for the film industry, it's all about recycling. So when we're done with stuff, we work with a number of charities, we give it to them, and etc. Because it's kind of giving back, and then giving people a chance to be in the Hollywood industry. We are Hollywood North. A lot of people can't go to a studio, so when they come here, they can talk to us. Well, we're glad to tell them some of the stuff. We get sometimes to meet the actors. Unfortunately, with us, so it's what shows next, what's going to come after, and for you guys, I mean, it's even if you're not up with the character, you're after buying a pair of shoes that are worth $300 for 20 bucks, 30 bucks,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so like at what point do you find that you kind of like finish off with some of the items that you've held on to? Like this is a 3-day sale, so does everything go somewhere else after those 3 days? Does it go into another section? How does that work?
So, I mean, again, this was small. I just got back from another show. I was just at Bridge Studios, and my wife is in the background watching. She's like, now what? I said, can you put this deal together today? Because I want to extend it. So between now and next week, who knows? And then what we do is we reignite the sale. Whatever's left over here, we make a determination. Should we then put it in auction? And sometimes we do have, and I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you quietly. We have 3 pairs of Louis Vuitton. So we didn't put them in here. We'll put them in the auction. And sometimes, and of course, a broader audience gets it. We get a little bit more money for it, and we might mix some of the stuff in, or it gets to the point where, okay, you know what? There's nothing left. Let's pick up a local charity. Let's find out who wants it. And we work with really small charities that we know that actually the stuff ends up going. We go downtown. We work with Lotus Life. Lotus Life really, it's all volunteers, and I sometimes walk downtown and I go, holy smokes, he's wearing a character shirt, you know, like, I mean, it's great. I mean, it goes back into the community, right?
Yeah, it's really great work you're doing here, just kind of being that middleman from these big productions and things that allows people to get access to some of this really high valued items for really affordable prices.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's consistent, like it's not just random here or there, like you're open like what, 5?
We're open 7 days a week. We always have our clothes next door. We always have stuff that we bring in. I mean, when we have something that we like an event like this, we want to open up, and nothing makes us feel better. I mean, of course, we're all about making money, but we're also it's when someone walks out with a smile on her face. We're doing the a Good Doctor, and this lady comes in. She's got her baby in her hand, and she's like, "You know who I am?" And I'm like, "No." Well, my baby was a character on The Good Doctor, so if you're a fan, that's kind of cool. So we're taking pictures of this baby, holding the baby, you know, like, and it's cool. And especially when people from all over the world, they get up, do you have this, or do you have that? And a lot of people, the bigger the show, a lot of people who can't come, that's why we put some of it in auction, so that allows the ability. We did Bill Terazakis. His name doesn't mean much, but if you actually know, he passed away sadly, but he was one of the world's top renowned prop guys. Prop masters, yeah. So we sold a Freddy versus Jason mask, the original, for $100,000. Wow. We had pieces from X-Files, and we get stuff like this, Stargate, all the time, and we generally put those in auction because it's kind of specialized. So we want the world to see it, and we also want, you know, for the feeling of the people to be able to walk in and get, hey, I got a piece of it, you know?
Yeah, like you mentioned there too about like people that work, or a baby that worked on the show. I work in film as well, and like I was a dancer on Zoe's playlist at one point, and I know you got some.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So it was so funny because coming in and seeing like, oh yeah, my friend was wearing this on the day, and you know, so many times when we're on set, we're like, oh wow, this is really fabulous. I wish I could take it home with me. And then I find out that you're selling it, and then I can come down here and pick it up for like, you know, a fraction of the cost. So it's really fun, especially if you work in the industry as well, and also for obviously people who don't work in the industry that, you know, want a piece of that experience as well. So it's really great work you're doing, and I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to sit with you and just share with my audience. And
yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's always something different. When you come to Direct Liquidation, it's like a family-run local group. So you might see one of our family members yell at the other family members, or something might go flying.
Oh, if you watch the show, you get an idea.
No difference, you know. and it's cool. I mean, you know, life is, people are, you know, economy's tight. People are always trying to save money, and this is a good chance for people to come in, not just here, like to our store. We deal with Moe's. We're the largest mattress dealer in Canada. If you buy a mattress anywhere else, that's a slogan. You're overpaying, you know. Right? And you know what? It's saving people money on good, not junky quality, but good quality products at a good savings. And I mean, we have people, we stage houses from, you know, that are worth apartments right up to multi-million-dollar homes. But you know what? It's getting the good quality name brand stuff out to the people at a discounted price. And our motive used to be Vancouver's worst kept secret. I used to say best kept secret.
It's funny, that's what I said to everybody yesterday. This is one of my best kept secrets is you guys. So
yeah. So and you know what, for us, we're like, if you actually watch any episode of The Liquidator, I mean, it was a show almost ahead of its time. It was a show that filmed every genre, and it was about, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, everybody wants a deal, and that was what we took pride in. We did an episode once, and I'll tell you about it. We were in Palm Springs, and I bought a bunch of bondage wear. We're talking
in Palm Springs,
but it was gay bondage wear, and the director said, "You're not going to buy this." Now, we're not a Hollywood production; we don't have time. So I literally bought this stuff on a Friday, took this stuff into a bar in Palm Springs, set it all up, and there I was, literally selling it.
Well, were you wearing it while you were
I was wearing it. I was
it?
wearing part of it.
I
yes.
would hope so.
Yes, I was. A couple of shots of tequila later, and I watched the show about a month later. I went, "Holy shit! I can't believe I did this." And it worked, but it was fun, you know. But there was a market for it, you know. So and that's what we try to do all the time. It's like open to it, you know. Like we all have our minds closed, right? But if you can't talk about it amicably, and if you can't make fun of it, and then you know what? Don't take it so serious. Have fun, you know. Like,
well, you get an opportunity to experience so many different things here, and truly every day is a new day here at Direct Liquidation. So please, if you haven't had a chance to check them out, what's the website that they can go to sign up for a mailing list?
You go to directliquidation.ca, sign up to our mailing list, and a lot of people want to get on the friends and family. And I'm telling you, when this place is packed, you want to get on. A guy called me the other day. He goes, "How do I get on?" Well, I know so and so. Okay, come. But you want to be on that friends and family. You get first pick. You might pay a little bit more in the beginning, not more. You might pay, instead of paying 60 off, you might pay 50 off, but you get the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And every sale is different.
Yes, and I can absolutely attest from being a family friend now for the Direct Liquidation that you do want to be here at the beginning of the sale. Now, we'll also mention that next time, if you come for the Family and Friends discount, you can mention the Lucid Ferry, and you too can be included on the first day of the sale. Does that sound okay?
Yes, of course, that sounds good. Yes,
amazing.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
You pulled that one in for your fans. You are looking. We never discussed that, but he got you guys in. So guess what? There you go. Lucid Ferry. You get ahead of the thing.
There you go. You heard it here first. So thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate all your time today. I know you're a really busy man, so I know you got to get out there and go buy some more sales.
We're on to the next one.
Yeah, I have no doubt. Well, I definitely look forward to the next time that I can see you, and I can't wait to show everybody what I buy today.
Awesome.
Let's
Thank
go
you so
check
much.
it out. Thank you.